My client plays netball at a high level. They want to improve netball skills and the components of fitness which are relevant to a netball player. On top of this, my client would like to improve her flexibility overall, not just for netball. However, having a good level of flexibility is important for a netball player as it will allow them to have better control and be able to catch bad passes which are coming at a bad angle. For example, if her teammate passes it behind her when she is running forward, this would be a medium-term goal as we would like to see improved results within 3 to 4 weeks. Looking at her tests, her cardiovascular endurance is poor as she was below average and her muscular endurance was also below average. These are crucial components of fitness for a netball player as it allows her to continue performing at a high level throughout the game. It also keeps her being able to continue throwing long passes and shooting from within the goal circle throughout the 15-minute quarters of the game. This would be a long-term goal as this component will improve slowly over the 6-week session plan. We will measure the improvements by doing the same thing on week 1 as week 6. However, we will increase the fit principles, making it harder, and see if she is able to train under those conditions. Monday. Wake up 15 minutes earlier than normal to include some static stretching for 5 to 10 minutes. Each day aim to drink 2 liters of water. It's best to get into a habit of regular taking water, so start by drinking a glass in the morning at breakfast and 1 at bedtime. 1 glasses of water, about 250 ml at breakfast and in the evening makes half a liter already. During the day, have a water bottle so you know how much water you have taken and try to drink small amounts often throughout the day. 500 milliliters in the morning, 500 milliliters in the afternoon, and 500 milliliters in the evening. In addition to water consumption during your netball matches and training, correct hydration reduces fatigue, improves endurance, lowers your maximal heart rate. It also maintains blood volume, facilitates proper circulation, helps regulate body temperature, and acts as a shock absorber for joints. 30 minutes before the evening match, start foam rolling or ask a partner to help you with PNF stretching. First, lie on the floor and with one leg in the air, get the partner to push back until it's uncomfortable. The netball match is from 8 till 9:30 p.m. will help improve CV endurance and muscular endurance, and afterwards include 12 minutes of static of stretching your hamstrings and calves, each held for about 30 to 45 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds. This allows for loosening of your muscles and prevents injury. First stretch, basic calf stretch. Stand in front of the wall with your heels down. Push your toes against the wall, keeping your knees locked. The closer you are to the wall, the deeper the stretch will be. Next stretch, standing hamstring stretch. Standing with 1 foot or on a higher surface, e.g. a chair, table or worktop, lean forward and stretch through your hamstrings. Keep your knees straight and try to reach your toes, or put your hands as far as you can resting on your ankle or skin. Lastly, lying hamstring stretch. Lying on your back, extend one leg out and wrap the band, jump rope or towel around 1 foot of the other leg. Press the leg straight while holding onto the ends of the towel. Relax into the stretch and pull the leg closer towards your face as you try and keep your lower back in contact with the floor. We are using stretching as it was one of your main targets to improve. Each week we will focus on another aspect of stretching different muscle areas in your body. The stretches in week 1 focus on your leg muscles, which are an important aspect of the movement required in a netball match to get free and power the passing. Tuesday. Start with static stretching in the morning for 10 to 15 minutes to improve whole body flexibility. Hydration as per the daily routine. 1 glass of water, about 200 milliliters at breakfast, night, and half a litre in the morning, afternoon, and evening. Warm up for today. Begin at the beginning of your game to elevate your heart rate and help loosen your muscles, preventing any muscle injuries. Match from 6 till 9 in the evening. This keeps your CV fitness at a good level and your match fitness in the tactical alertness in the game. Wednesday. Static stretching as usual for 10 to 15 minutes and 2 litre of water drank through the day to improve hydration. Hydration improves body functions and stretching allows for loosening of your muscles and prevents injuries. Training from 7:30 to 10 in the evening. This keeps your CV and your fitness at a good level and your match fitness in the tactical alertness in the game. 12 minutes of stretching hamstrings and calves. Basic calf stretch, standing hamstring stretch, lying hamstring stretch. Hold each stretch for about 30 to 45 seconds. 2 to 3 rounds. This consolidates the stretching on Monday and will improve flexibility as your muscles loosen. Thursday. Static stretching as before and 2 litres of water consumption. For the warm-up, we will do the 4-cone drill, where there is a white cone, yellow cone, and a red cone, and an orange cone. And I will call out a colour, and you will have to run to that colour within 8 seconds. This will add variation to the warm-ups. It will also improve your reaction time and improve your general fitness. We are working on improving aerobic capacity because the client test results were very low and it was a component of fitness that she set as one of she wanted to improve. My client will be doing long distance running around a track for 15 minutes. The duration mimics the duration of the quarters in a netball match, so is specific to netball. Improving your fitness ability to perform at optimal levels for the whole quarter. To increase the intensity, I will set a reasonable time to run the laps and then will gradually decrease the target lap time as we go through the 6 weeks. I will be getting you to work at 60% of your maximal heart rate. Friday. Static stretching to improve whole body flexibility as before and 2 litres of water consumption to improve hydration levels or body function at optimal levels. For the warm-up, my client will do dynamic stretches to the halfway line and back, which will increase my client's heart rate and breathing rate, making them ready for their exercise session. My client will start by doing fartlek training to increase their aerobic capacity. This would be for 45 minutes and I will decrease the time depending on if the client finds it easy, or I will set a time for my client and control when they sprint, jog and walk. On Friday we will be working on power. We will do this by starting with light weights and doing 10 reps of 5 sets of squats with 50-second breaks in between for recovery. This will improve the quad and hamstrings, allowing them to jump higher so they can rebound and get down the court faster. 12 minutes of stretching, hamstring and calf, basic calf stretch, standing hamstring stretch, lying hamstring stretch. Hold each stretch for about 30 to 45 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds to improve flexibility in the legs. Saturday. Static stretching and water consumption as usual. For the warm-up, my client will do dynamic stretching to the halfway line and back, as well as 30 meters sprint for a pulse raiser, making my client physically prepared for the session. On Saturday, we will be working on muscular endurance. To do this, we will be starting off by rowing for 15 minutes, staying at 60 to 80% of your maximal heart rate. This will increase your muscular endurance, allowing you to perform for longer periods of time during the game at a higher intensity to improve your performance. Sunday. Daily static stretches and water consumption, but this day is your recovery day. Recovery day is important to allow your muscle fibers to repair. Still do the 10 minutes of static stretching in the morning, evening, and include foam rolling for 10 to 15 minutes. Client 1 exercise program week 2. Daily stretches to improve flexibility and 2 liters of water per day. Continue this week to maintain current hydration levels to help your body perform at its best. The flexibility this week focuses on hips and quads, so the progression is a wider range of stretches and so for a longer duration. There are 3 new stretches to improve flexibility in the hip flexors and quadriceps to add to week 1 stretches. As before, each stretch should be held for 30 to 45 seconds and repeated 2 or 3 times. Flexibility in the quads and hips is important to reduce tightness and maintain a muscle balance between your quads and hamstrings. Muscle imbalance increases the risk of injury, and generally athletes stretch quads more than hamstrings. Women tend to have stronger quads, meaning you overuse your quads and hip flexors. Monday. Adding on the 3 new stretches focusing on hips and quads. Standing quad and hip flexor stretch. Stand on one leg, bend the other leg, grab the ankle and try to get the heel to touch your butt. Keep the knees close to each other. If staying balanced is hard for you right now, stand close to a wall, table, tree, or anything that you can use for support. Lizard pose. From a plank position, take a long step forward with your right leg so that your both arms are on the left. If you feel comfortable in this pose, put your forearm down so that you end up in the elbow plank position. Sinking the hips lower will deepen the stretch. Pigeon pose. From a downward dog pose, bring your right knee forward between your hands. Put the right leg down so that the outer side of it is resting on the ground. The left leg is extended behind you. You can keep the torso up or rest it over the knee. The netball match is from 8 till 9:30 p.m. This will help improve CV endurance and muscle endurance, and afterwards include 12 minutes of stretching your hamstrings and calves, each held for about 30 to 45 seconds, 2 to 3 rounds. This allows for loosening of your muscles and prevents injury. Tuesday. Static stretching in the morning for 10 to 15 minutes to improve whole body flexibility. This allows for loosening of your muscles and prevents injury. Hydration as per and daily routine. 1 glass of water, about 250 milliliters at breakfast, night and